There's a big difference between stray cats and feral cats. Stray cats simply do not have a home. Feral cats are really wild. There are lots of strays that either have been dumped by their previous owners out, and they generally come up to you. They want to be held and loved and put inside, or they will come inside readily. Whereas feral cats are a little more skittish. They will come up to you. They might want to be petted, but they're easily spooked and they run away, and it's a little harder to tame them down. But they can be tamed down because they do want the connection between people, and they do want to be loved, but they're scared. There are still so many people out there that do not realize that there is a problem with overpopulation in animals. We have thousands of cats running around in the fields that don't belong to anybody, or people feed them but don't spay and neuter them. So it is still a big problem.
Stray Cat Blues is an all-volunteer rescue effort for homeless strays. We advocate the neutering of all cats. All our cats get neutered, and then through a network of foster homes, the cats are fostered, evaluated, and then adopted into suitable permanent homes that are appropriate for the cats.
If they are able to be handled, socialized, they will go into foster care so that we can socialize them, we can evaluate their behavior. We get a portrait of them, and that makes it easier for us to be able to then place them into the appropriate homes. The cats that we take in that cannot be socialized as house pets, they are then evaluated and put into our barn cat program. Or if they have a managed colony where we got them and the people do want them back and will feed them, they will be returned to those colonies. Managed colony is a group of cats that have someone who is feeding them regularly and who cares about their well-being, perhaps retrapping them when they need to be revaccinated, or creating little homes for them to live in during the winter months when it's cold.
You got your little pussycat house, don't you? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You got a little pussycat house.
Trap-Neuter-Return, which is known as T.N.R, is the process of humanely trapping feral cats or stray cats and bringing them to a local vet or a clinic, spay-neuter clinic, to get them spayed and neutered and vaccinated.
And this is his vaccination against rabies.
After a brief recovery period, they are then returned to their colony.
So he said he'll wake up and he'll go home later today.
The animal is humanely trapped, neutered, and goes back to where it came from and has a food source and shelter, so that no cat has to come into any shelter or rescue situation.
Some of the benefits for Trap-Neuter-Return, especially for the cats, is that the male cats will stop fighting. That's how the spread of disease happens. When the males fight over territory, over females in heat, they bite each other, they spread disease.
If the cat is indoors, the female is constantly in heat and the male constantly sprays. And there's also a chance of spreading disease like leukemia through sexual contact. Leukemia in cats is caused by a virus. And of course, if they're spayed and neutered, they don't have sexual contact. They stay closer to home. They don't roam as much. They don't fight as much. And they're protected from other diseases that they may get.
So not only do you preserve the health of the colony, but it brings peace to the neighborhoods. It's better all the way around, especially for the humans, for the human and cat interaction. It's better all the way around.
If they're not spayed or neutered and they're outside cats, they tend to be more apt to get diseases or hit by a car or grabbed by a dog or things like that.
It's a tough life out there for a feral cat and a stray cat.
In Montgomery County, especially feral cats are at a risk of rabies. I think the statistic is like 5 to 10 cats every year are found with rabies. Also, distemper is a disease that every now and then we see blooms of this. Every 3 or 4 years, kittens are brought in that are dying of distemper. Their white cells drop terribly low and they're susceptible to all kinds of diseases. And most kittens die from that disease. Saxon, he's been in the stray cat blues system for about 4 years. He is an older male cat. He is FIV positive, which means that he has a virus much like our HIV. It only affects cats, though. It affects their immune system, and it makes them more susceptible to disease. They can live long, healthy lives, but they're better off indoors where they're away from other cats and diseases and bite wounds and things like that. He does need a home. He's up for adoption, but it takes a very special person who would have patience with him. He can be held and petted, but he's still very scared.
Yeah, even feral cats can get acclimated once, given the proper care and time spent with them. Some may take a little longer than others, but eventually most do come around and become socialized.
Our neighborhoods now, even the suburban neighborhoods, have fox and coyote that are preying on cats. As the areas around us get more developed, these wild animals are coming closer and closer.
They face people that don't want them around and will shoot them, poison them.
The people who hate cats and who will shoot them and poison them and hang them. We were working in a trailer park and somebody was hanging the cats on the clothesline. It's very, very heartbreaking, especially in the wintertime when there is no place. You see them sort of walking in the snow, constantly hungry, looking for food, or showing up on somebody's doorstep and just looking at you with those big eyes. The mama cats who have babies, sometimes they just have them under little bushes, so there's not a lot of protection from rain and sleet and snow. Then when they have the babies in the warmer weather, you have raccoon, you have fox who eat the babies, and the poor mothers many times are slaughtered just trying to protect their babies.
Cats that live outdoors on their own are likely to give birth to kittens, and they are very vulnerable as they go off looking for food and can be hit by a car, or anything can happen to them, and there's a few-day-old kittens left abandoned. They're gonna starve and die. Stray Cat Blues Barn Cat program is designed specifically for cats that have not socialized.
These cats are the ones that probably were born on the outside, never been handled by human hands, and so cannot be socialized.
We bring the cats out with a large crate that is outfitted like a cat condo.
Nice roomy condo cage for 3 weeks. The purpose of this orientation for the cats is so they get used to the surroundings, they get used to the sights and the sounds and the smells of the location, and they make that their home and really earn their keep by being organic rodent control.
The Barn Cat program is open to any safe outdoor situation where there's shelter. It could be a greenhouse, it could be an arboretum, landscape center.
We have some at an arboretum where I work, and we call them our organic rodent control staff members.
There's just too many cats out there. And I did work for the SPCA, and it's very sad the number of cats that are dropped off, brought in, and nobody can adopt that many cats. So this is my part working for these guys. That's why I do it. And it's sort of my part. We all try to do our part.